Hello again, Hawks! Before we begin on our next artwork, I just want to have a quick conversation with you about these video lessons. Here are a few things to remember. First, I want you to use whatever supplies you find around the house. Use your imagination. Maybe there's something in your home you would like to use because it's more fun than the supplies I'm using in our tutorial. Maybe you don't have all the supplies that I have in my home. Maybe instead of crayons and markers, you have paints or pens that you like to use instead. You may use whatever materials you would like to use. Be creative. There might be something at home that you don't normally use that could be used for these art projects. Second, you don't have to do this entire lesson in one sitting. Usually in the art room, we have multiple class periods or multiple weeks to do these art projects. If you need to take a break or walk away from these artworks, or you don't get it completed by the next lesson next week, don't worry about it. These are learning enrichment activities. This is just a chance for you to take a step away from your computer, discuss the themes you guys are talking about in your classroom classes, and learn about these things in a creative, fun, engaging way. They don't have to look perfect. They don't have to look like what I create. This is a chance for you to have fun and use your imagination to learn. Fourth grade, here are our learning goals for this week. Your IB connection is staying the same. We are still discussing how the world works, and you are talking about how investigation leads to new discoveries. Our learning target for today is today I am learning how to explore shape and form to create a sculpture. Our artist of the day is Frank Stella. He is an American sculptor and painter living and working in New York. Take a second to look at these sculptures that he has created and think about these questions. What shapes can you find in these sculptures? What patterns do you see? Why do you think the artist made these? What was he thinking about? It's time to plan and create. The materials you will need for this project is a drawing tool, scrap paper or cardboard, your imagination, and you have the option of using glue. I didn't use glue for my project, but it might help you if you have some at home. Your art challenge is to cut out shapes from a 2D paper or recyclable material. Draw a pattern or design on the shapes and arrange them into a new sculpture. Once you are done with your artwork, I'm inviting you to reflect and share. You may do this in one of two ways. You may either be a risk taker and take a picture of your artwork and share it on our special Seesaw Share space. You may do so by clicking here. This will link you to the Seesaw website and you can log in and upload a photo of your artwork. If you're not comfortable sharing your artwork on Seesaw, you're welcome to answer these questions on your own instead. So here's a quick example of the sculpture that I made. As you can see, I didn't use glue in my sculpture, so I'll have to be very gentle with it. But what I did to attach these pieces together is I cut little slits in the paper and I arranged them by sliding them together so that they would hold. This is a great strategy to get it to work. If you're using something thin, like newspaper or printer paper, I would advise finding a way to glue the pages together so it becomes a little more sturdy. This would be another great time to use soft cardboards like our cereal box we used for our last project. But the cardboards might be harder to add a design to, but it would be more sturdy than the paper sculpture. What materials you use are up to you. I'm excited to see you guys create 3D sculptures out of 2D shapes just like our artist of the day did. You all had so much fun creating today. I'm so excited to work with you guys again next week. I miss you so much, and I know you will all do a great job on your next week of e-learning. I'll talk to you later.